Everything you're about to see on this video is a combination of my 40 years of study of the published literature, as well as 30 years worth of patient contact as a colorectal surgeon. I'm not here to diagnose or treat anyone. I'm here for educational purposes only because no manner of brains is worth a good set of bells. Hey, it's Dr. Toker, your friendly neighborhood colorectal surgeon, and I am on a mission to educate the world in terms of gut health and the microbiome and how that impacts your daily life. I certainly hope you will join me on this journey, but you're going to have to buckle up, Buttercup. We're talking gut stuff. And hello, everybody. We certainly are talking, well, today's not really gut stuff. I lied. Oh my gosh, Toker, you're such a liar. We're going to do today a little bit more journal club. I think people like to see where I get some of the data with which I, let's see if that's shared. Yeah, it did. Some of the data with which I get some of my intel from. So I like to show that to everybody. This week we're going to talk about a paper that was published in the International Journal of Family Medicine and Healthcare. The topic is on the quality of sleep, and a study called a harmony study. And basically, a harmony study is one that talks about neurologic input and improvements in the quality of life. And this is the use of super patch, the sleep patch, what we call the REM is the name brand patch, but to improve the quality of sleep. This patch has no medicine in it at all. It is a tactile sensation that, when applied to your skin, sends a signal to the autonomic nervous system to help organize the sleep center in your brain to promote quicker onset of sleep and better quality of sleep. We've talked in prior lectures about how the brain communicates to your body in all kinds of different ways, utilizing vibration, sound, touch, and light is part of that communication. Even without your eyes and without your ears, these types of vibrational signals are in the universe, and therefore your body responds, and this technology harnesses that communication style very effectively. The initial testing of these products is always with EEGs, and then we do some feedback from clients. What symptoms does it improve? Does that correlate with the brain center that's being tickled by the EEG? And if we feel like that is something that is successful, we then will do these clinical trials. And these are all organized through what's called an IRB, an independent review board, which means the company supplies the patches, but an independent company will then run the data, do the statistics, and come up with a conclusion. And then they get to publish this conclusion regardless of what it says. So if it's negative, it gets published. If it's positive, it gets published. And thus far, all of these patches have had a positive impact, and so therefore all the publications have been very favorable, and this is just one of them. Basically, difficulty sleeping is a huge medical problem. It affects a lot of people, and chronic sleeplessness can lead to cardiovascular problems, neurologic problems, weight gain, sleep apnea, etc. These things feed on top of each other. Your ability to control your blood sugar, your mood, your wakeful state, your alertness are all dependent upon sleep. And your body heals in the sleeping state, and so sleep is critical. The problem is that medicines that we write for sleep, from a medical standpoint, they're sedating, if you've already got, listen to me, if you already have sleep apnea, well, you don't want something so sedating that it's going to make you stop breathing to a more profound degree. I mean, that could be very dangerous. If you have cardiovascular problems, that could be dangerous. If you already have an underlying neurologic problem, these sleep medicines can be dangerous. And so it's a real problem. How do you help someone sleep without over sedating them and worsening their health? Well, and this is a proposed answer to that question. If your symptom is difficulty sleeping, then an over the counter solution to that problem could very well be this REM patch, which is available online through the Super Patch Company. This study involved this little blue patch, although in real life it's not blue, it's clear. Study, it was blue. These patches are all colored. The color is not important. There's a little texture on here. These studies are done where there is a textured patch and a non-textured patch is the placebo. The patients over a 2-week period of time were told to apply that patch 1 hour prior to sleep. And then they are to keep a standardized questionnaire that we use in medicine to assess the quality of sleep and patient satisfaction scores. And over the course of a 2-week period of time, what they found is the majority of patients had an improvement in the onset of sleep and in the improvement in the quality of sleep. So 40% quicker onset of sleep and overall 40% improvement in the quality assessment score. These patients were also asked if they went reaching for the over-the-counter medicines or the prescription medicines, and so the amount of medicine the patient required was less. The beauty of these patches is when you take them off, you're no longer sleepy, and the organizational process of your sleep stops, which means you now enter the waking state naturally. So this is a very good medication for people who cannot be sedated because of their line of work. They can't take certain types of drugs because of their line of work. They get groggy easy after taking medications and then can't work because of that. So if you struggle with those things, let's say you travel a lot, you're a doctor, a police officer, firefighter, nurse working the night shift, anybody who falls in that category will have great benefit because of this device. Because you can just peel it off. There's no drugs for you to worry about, and in the long, this may be a very straightforward solution. There are bigger studies that need to be done to see what the long-term implications of utilizing this patch are. Other areas of interest would be in a hospital setting. Instead of sedating patients who are already on pain medicine and narcotics for other reasons, is there a role for this in the hospital setting? So, today's little brief video is just a discussion on that study and how I think is very helpful. And I don't know if y'all can, I assume you can see the research project. If you want more information, you can always go to superpatch.com, and they tend to publish links to these studies on their website. And as per usual, I hope to see you guys next time. We are in the process of starting the videos for our monthly subscription service to Gut Check. Intestinal health is actually critical to sleep, believe it or not, because the neurotransmitters required for your sleep come from the microbiome. It's diet driven and it's microbiome driven. And so understanding gut health, improving your gut health, improving your microbiome are all critical to sleep. And a nice additive to that whole thing is the Super Patch company called REM. The REM patch available online. Hope to see you guys next time. And as soon as I get the subscription up and running, we will start firing up sort of longer format podcasts, and I'm still working on how I'm going to podcast in the future. I certainly would like to have guest speakers. The problem is my schedule does not mesh with anybody else's schedule. Technical challenges is a challenge, but hope to see you guys next time. And